Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to your spiritual vaccine hour, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend and maybe had some drive-by drishti, which is what we did over the weekend. I had not seen folks for almost for 2 months. Souls that are extremely close to me. And yesterday, there was just a strong thought, then we will keep our 6 feet of social distancing. We will wear our masks and our gloves. And could you just drive up to the yard so I could see you? And I wish I could play the video today, but I'll do it tomorrow, just to give you a little snippet of our beautiful experience yesterday. There's so many perks in this particular COVID pandemic. There was one particular beautiful scene, and I have to commend our camera lady who knew nothing about the camera. As she held up the camera to record our drive-by drishti, which is to see the soul with love. What we do in the Brahma Kumaris community, we go inwards, we remember God, we experience His love, and then through the eyes, the vibrations of whatever that soul is experiencing gets transmitted. Similarly, the other person is having the similar experience, and so it's a very shared, leveraging experience. No one feels superior or inferior when we see each other at a soul level. So that's one of our major customs in our community. So one beautiful scene yesterday, everyone, and you've heard me tell you the story about Sister Gita wondering who was Calvin Klein and why was his name on her jacket. And you've heard stories like, who's Donald Trump? I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. And then you've heard of things like a conversation she was having with someone about Corona and was asking, well, who is she and why is everyone talking about her? And, these are just some of the beautiful scenes and experiences you encounter when you are staying at home at a global lockdown with your mother that has unique ways of seeing things and thinking about things. So there's a part in the video, and if you'd like to see, please go to my Instagram account, Sister Dr. Jenna, on Instagram, or go to Twitter, I think, at America Meditate. You'll be able to see it. There's a section where Sister Geet is just hopping around, just jumping and having a good time. And of course, I found myself getting slightly stressed, which is not something that I do a lot at all, but trying to hold her back and say, Sister Gita, just stay here with me. Let's just keep sharing our day here with me. Let's just keep sharing our love through our eyes. That's all you have to do. And then she would just bop around and go hopping here and hopping there. After reviewing the video that little Jen gave me, there was a section where she was asked to put on gloves and her mask. And she's like, oh, because everyone is wearing a mask, I have to wear one too? So she's like, yeah, but you have to put on the gloves too. Well, why have to put on the gloves? Then little Jen is telling Sister Gita, there's a virus, it's called Corona. There's a virus. And so and this is happening as Tedas Prince's new song called Love One Another, which has just been released and has already been streamed on Spotify over 100,000 times. And she's hopping around to the song, love one another. Virus? What is this virus? So I couldn't help but continue with my laughing expedition when it comes on to Sister Gita and all the beautiful scenes that take place in the ashram on a day-to-day basis. You might not know this, but every time we're about to go into production, that is when Sister Gita wants 1,000,001 things. And prior to our time for production, she's fine. She doesn't bother her. She doesn't ask us for anything. But the minute Sister sees the lights and the camera on, how many occasions has Santosh had to pull her back from jumping in front of the camera, especially during meditation? So stay at home has been a beautiful experience. It has optimized my capacity to love, to be patient, to expand my tolerance level. There's such benefit in every scene of this beautiful, unlimited drama. So, how are you doing? so, so, I'm just curious to hear, how are you doing? How was your weekend? What did you do? And I tell you, if it wasn't for my love for God and the teachings of the Brahma Kumaris of Raj Yoga meditation and our community, our spiritual community, and all the brothers and sisters in the community, I definitely would not have the temperament that I have today. And I have no idea what kind of a personality I would have matured into as I approach my 60s. I don't know. I have no idea. But when I look at the gifts and the blessings, and yesterday was one of those precious moments during the COVID-19 that I have to say goes in my book as a memory to hold for a long time. And I hope to do it again, and I don't know what's happening. I just briefly had a chance to go onto the news, and I think some of the places are opening up. There are individuals that are not practicing social distancing or wearing a mask or anything. And I appeal to you, look, I know as Americans we have this attitude or this concept, you can't tell me what to do. We have freedom and we have our rights. And the governor, or whether it's a president or any rule of law that will say you must stay home, curtail this disease, let it not spread, or curtail this virus, let it not spread. That sometimes there's a part of you that comes out and goes, you can't tell me what to do. I hear you. And democracy gives us the right to free. Democracy gives us the right to free thinking. It also gives us the right to the power of choice. In addition to that, it gives us the right to be discerning in our power to choose. I've traveled to over 95 countries, and yes, I love the quality of the life and the freedom that America offers. I've also seen that sometimes when a society or civilization has been wielded a great deal of power, there's also a great element of wisdom that could be used in order to sustain that power for a long period of time, or to be able to use that power in service for the greater good. So here's my request. However small or large you receive it, could you please be mindful of others around you? I know we are a caring society. I know we are an affectionate society. I know staying at home for 2 months might have been quite grueling or challenging for some. But all I'm asking you to do, it's okay. You go out, you do your thing, wear a mask, wear your glove. Don't go around creating this energy prior to us going into this position. Haven't you noticed the nature has become more at peace? People are having to find ways to be with themselves, to check themselves more. And if you haven't found the place of comfort within you within these 2 months, then you're going to come out of this COVID pandemic bringing all of your discomfort and frustration back into the world. This is what nature wanted, a pause. And we don't need a virus for nature to pause. We just simply need to be responsible, sort of caring, understanding, light, thinking about the well-being of another. Even though you're strong and you might be young and you don't have any health issues, and I get that. I get that. But think about those who might not be. And there'll always be someone in a group or in a gathering who might not be very well, who might have a great deal of anger against something in the society or someone in the world, and they don't care about who they're hurting, who they're going to cough on, spit on, touch food with, They don't care. And we just don't want anyone to be hurt, that's all. The economy has to thrive. Maybe we're moving towards a bartering system. What's wrong if we develop a culture now of sharing? If you have what I want and I have what you want, we can share with one another. Maybe there'll be a need for us to live more simply, to be more conscientious, to think about our finances, to earn money with good karma, good thoughts, good intent, and to spend money with good thoughts and good intention. Today's topic on experiencing God and being with God and making this connection with God is very deep for me. In the morning class that I conducted at 6:15 today, for many of our community leaders and students and volunteers and friends, a whole discussion came up about, I wish I could remember it completely accurately, because you know when God touches your spirit, how things just flow through you. But the conversation was about this particular virus that has now found a home in many souls, but that there's a virus actually that is existing in the world for all of us. Like we have our virus that is. So we have our virus that is a virus that's creating an illness, but then there's the virus of I get angry easily. There could be, if you get angry very quickly, that's a virus. When I am scared, that's a virus. When my fear is driven with the arrogance, you can't tell me what to do. I have my own right to think. I have my own power to choose. That's a virus because it's coming from arrogance. And it's fear-driven. Because you go out there and I can assure you, everyone is thinking privately in their thoughts, I hope I don't get this thing. I know that. So there is this virus of experiences that are sitting inside of our personality that span from past experiences, and we don't know what to do with the energy. And so it's sitting there, and it sits until it starts to grow and express itself in my personality. So imagine we have 7-point-something billion human beings on the planet. Have you met one person on the planet so far who hasn't gotten angry with you? Have you met one person on the planet so far who hasn't seemed a little bit sad at some point? Had experience of sorrow? Lost their joy to some extent? Have you met one person who seems fearless? And I don't mean fear driven with ego and rage, but fearlessness that just has a deep sense of dignity and godly vibrations that they feel pretty confident nothing will happen. Exactly. So we're looking for a vaccine, and every night I host this spiritual vaccine because our museums are locked down. And I've been talking to the staff in the community. I go, I don't know. I'm not seeing things the way we used to do it. And I'm waiting for the thought to enter my consciousness to guide me. And the only answer I'm getting is to raise my vibrations, to be truthful, to be spiritually present in my presence, for peace and silence to be my shadow. And so this morning, the realization came that the spiritual vaccine is God's remembrance. The world is searching for a physical vaccine to cure the coronavirus. Just need one vaccine. And the whole world has been affected by the uncertainty of this virus spreading so quickly and so easily in anyone. And what if we put aside the coronavirus and look at our own spiritual inner illnesses? Maybe there's a virus inside of our personality. Have you met one person in the world that doesn't have arrogance? Whether it's an inferiority form of ego or arrogance, or it's a superiority form of ego and arrogance. We have a lot of examples of that all over the media. Whether you think you're too big, no one can touch you, or you think you're too low, you're not good enough and you're a victim. So what can cure that virus inside of our souls? Remembrance of God. I thought about it this morning so deeply that if you and me and 7.8 billion human beings on the planet could just have this invitation to themselves of just stepping inwards and realizing that there's something inside that can still be better. Not because I'm not good enough, but because the soul is so unlimited, it has the capacity to be better. And again, if we have any traces of these vices, which is our virus inside, what's going to remove that? The world is looking for a physical vaccine for the coronavirus. What's my spiritual vaccine for the virus of anger and lust and greed and attachment and ego? How and what do I inject in consciousness that can burn and erase and heal that? It's meditation on God, the Supreme. So today is your Monday meditation. Welcome to it. I want you now to simply relax, take a deep breath, coming to the awareness. This is your God moment. This is your super moment. This is your super meditation God time to amplify, to restore, and to cure any viruses that might be in the consciousness. Because if I can take my spiritual vaccine every day at 6:30, which is the remembrance of the divine, but also every day in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night, you will feel better. So let's go into this meditation to experience some comfort inside and to at least take a dose of this vaccine to cure my inner world.
Take a deep breath in and let it out, allowing your body to relax. As you prepare your mind for your meditation experience, take in another deep breath and let it out, enjoying the feeling of peace that is growing from within. Take in another deep breath as you invite God to be with you, and let it out as you release any feelings of being not good enough. As you continue to relax, let a question form in your mind about something in your life that is concerning you at the moment. perhaps a situation that is troubling you. Perhaps a relationship that is in conflict. An issue for which you require clarity. A problem which you would like to solve. Something you feel guilty about. Or perhaps a challenge facing you. Take a moment to bring your question into focus so that you can see it for what it is. It may become clearer for you if you view the scene in your mind as if you were watching a movie about your life. This will help you to detach a little and see the whole picture without letting the emotions run away with you. Continue to relax and check that your breathing is slow and steady. Knowing that there is always a solution, you relax even more. You are a soul on a journey through life, and situations and circumstances come to teach you, come to make you strong. Your source of strength and guidance is God, the all-powerful and wise one. Knowing that if you continue to do what you've always done, then nothing can change, you relax even more into peace. Now tune your mind to the presence of God, your teacher, your guide. You are seeking solutions, and you will find what you seek. Imagine that God is a bright star directly in front of you, pulsating with power and goodness. As clearly as you can, present your question to God through thoughts, feelings, pictures in your mind. To be shown or told what spiritual power or virtue will help you resolve your question. Let God be your guide in this. It may be that you require courage or patience, the power to let go, or the power to tolerate. You may need to forgive, or be determined, or honest, respectful, or generous. With faith and trust in who you are with, and knowing that the solution may not be what you expected, relax and allow your answer to become clear to you now. To you now. Remembering that you can only change yourself, not other people. It's okay to be uncertain of what this answer means. And trust that something will come of it. Now is the time to strengthen this power or virtue in you. Ask God, the source of all powers and virtues, to do this for you, to empower you spiritually. Refocus your mind on the bright star in front of you. Let God fill you with the power, the virtue. All you have to do is receive it, absorb it. Be open to God's energy, strengthening your own powers and virtues. I am receiving the help of God. I am filling with God's power, God's virtue. With this energy from God, what was difficult before becomes easier. I will use this spiritual solution. With thanks for all that you have received, prepare yourself to return to your day's activities by taking in a deep breath and letting it out as you feel your life energy reaching into your fingers and toes. in another deep breath and let it out as you wonder what will change as a result of this. And feel a sense of optimism as you watch for something new to unfold in your life.
This whole meditation on solutions, it's just a thought away to become aware that your thoughts are everything. And if my thoughts have been feeding the physical, the mundane, what I don't have, what I'm afraid of, what should have never happened, or thoughts about what's happening with other people, or if I am having difficulties just in this mental area, it's like I'm blocking. Not only am I blocking the ability to find solutions, but I'm blocking the energy of God to help. Because any thought that is motivated by a past within me that is connected to an emotion of pain and suffering is not only deeply in my physical system, but it's also vibrating in the environment around me. And I also bring that into my relationships. I bring it into the way I earn and spend money. I bring it into the way I take care of my body. And so when we decide to pause internally and establish this link once again with the divine, with the supreme, with the almighty powerhouse, every religion has given us some sort of an information and direction in their scriptures that the energy of God is not only love, but it is a light force. And you've often heard when people say, this person has a dark energy. Or some people might say to you, oh, there's so much light around you. That means the vibration of thoughts determine your light or your lack of light as your aura. as your presence, as your vibe, right? So let's say that you and I enter into this pandemic, or we've entered into the stay-at-home order or lockdown with fear, worry, concern, what's happening. And all of that energy we brought into our homes and we brought it to our families. And we maybe didn't sit and prayed at all. Maybe we blamed God, or maybe we were asking God for answers, but we don't know what's going on. We look at the global situation, we're hearing about unemployment, we're hearing about deaths. We're still seeing some leaders being very aggressive at a time when they need to be very compassionate. And the question arises in our thinking, where is God during this pandemic? But there was also an article in Yahoo that shared that I thought it was 80% of Americans believe that this pandemic is a signal or a sign of God giving us a signal. I look at it in this term. We were heading down this road anyway. And we were in situations where tragedy or tragic had hit either our country or our families. But the fact that this tragedy has hit and impacted the entire world, then that collective energy of what gives. I've been very inspired by Prime Minister Modi's way in how, at the beginning at least, from what I remembered seeing at the beginning, I don't know what they're doing now, but his meditations, his asking the countries to clap hands as an Ayurvedic healing method, ringing of bells, lighting up lights. Everyone was just so inspired to be a part of this as a collective, as a country. And so multiply that to over 200 countries. What are people thinking in their homes? Are people inside of their homes remembering God as they stay at home? Is there a connection to God? Are they taking care of the virus inside, and are they taking their spiritual vaccine, which is remembrance of the one above? That's why I like our Monday meditations, because they give me a chance to really just have us meet soul to soul, spirit to spirit, from the soul to the source. So give it some thought. In the meditation you just did, I guarantee you something shifted in you. Something. You don't have to know what it is. So imagine if you can apply every day, every single day. This is like breath for you. The first thought you have in the morning when you wake up is, thank you, God. Just thanks. There's so many people have it 1,000,000 times worse than you. When you wake up, the first thought in your mind in the morning tomorrow, thank you. Just thank you, God. And carry on with your day. And if you can, like what we do every hour, or we work in the remembrance of the divine. For me, I've built a kind of a very natural relationship with God. For me, God is a friend, very big time. So I can be naughty and nice. It's just my companion in whatever I do. And there are times that I don't remember God. And when I don't, I feel very human. And I feel like I'm on my own, and I am alone. But when the remembrance comes back into my awareness, I feel like there's nothing I can't do. And because the energy is that of, it's, what do you call that? It has such spiritual horsepower that, and for me it's not always the big thing. For me, it's the fact that I was used to do something. The drive-by drishti and drive-through food sharing yesterday. I was just so moved that I went in with a thought of wishing to share love and to be benevolent. And just gently, the energy of God's vibrations and thoughts came up with this whole idea. And yesterday I just felt used by the divine. And that builds your awareness and your confidence. And then you start to learn the difference between when you're very human versus when you're being used as God's instrument. So the more you practice your connection to the divine, to God, the Supreme Being, then you will feel a big difference in your energy than when you become human. You'd be like, there are two different people living in me. So let's try another meditation now as we go deeper into our feeling and connection to God. Take a very deep breath and think about some of the thoughts that I've shared just now. And I'd like you to really feel this meditation as we really dive into the connection to Source once again. Just relax in it. Ready? Take a really nice, gentle breath and connect to your Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, God, Allah, Shiva, Jehovah, Bhagawan, Krishna, Lord, Master, whatever is the language that you connect to God with, it's fine. But let's just connect. The Source is unlimited in love and peace and purity. And that's what you're connecting to, whether you call the energy of God Allah, Jehovah, Bhagwan. You're connecting to the energy, not the name, not the language. You're connecting to the understanding and the definition that the energy of God heals, gives you solution, gives you clarity, and gives you peace. Enjoy.
As my spirit becomes free from worldly connections, I open myself to the awareness of the divine. I connect with the divine in my own way. I am silent and still before God. I surrender my spirit to the divine. I let God love me. I absorb the eternal beauty and love of God within my heart. I am worthy of this love. God knows me. God understands me. And loves me with unconditional love. God looks upon me with love only. God knows the beginning, the middle, and the end of me. I accept God's divine love, and together we become love. I am a child of love. I belong to the divine. I rest in the stillness of God's love. And I am bathed in peace and loving acceptance. With this love, I experience pure contentment. I release the pain of unsatisfied desires and complicated relationships. And I surrender to the beauty of God's loving acceptance of me. Together, combined in love, we radiate love to the people in my life. send out heartfelt feelings of loving acceptance and appreciation to my family, to my friends, to my colleagues, I reach out to their hearts with pure love. I send them God's gift of pure love and support. My heart is overflowing with love.
Sometimes there's no need to say anything. That's the power of silence and the power of connecting to God takes away all complications and doubts and the craziness inside of our heads and the lack of focus. Imagine if every day you commit. You have to be interested in this. But a day will come when you will understand and recognize the power of your thoughts. And that if your thoughts can be connected to the purest form of intention by having a relationship with the divine, there's no way you're going to leave that alone. It's like when you are connected to truth and you're connected to the divine, you will automatically be guided. So there won't be worry, there won't be fear, there won't be doubt. You will be guided. Do it like this. Go here, don't do it. Don't invest here, invest there. Go for that job assignment. Don't worry about that one. Just, you will be guided. and you'll be protected, because that energy of love that touches the core of the soul, nobody can remove it. Only you can decide to give up that experience. But nobody has the power to touch your experience unless you decide to give it up. So just a little homework assignment. Tomorrow morning when you get up, the first thing, thanks God, thank you, what we call in the Brahma Kumaris, Baba. Thank you, Baba. Just thank you, Baba. And find one or two things in your life that you're thankful for. And then as you're walking and moving around the house, maybe every hour and hour, go back inside. Again, thanks, Baba. And repeat what you're thankful for. And at the same time, watch how your whole physiology changes. Your whole feelings in your body just starts to shift. But it's very subtle. And that's that energy that you have to start to believe more in. The subtle, not the gross. So when you go to bed at night, say good night. Thank you, Baba. Thank you for giving me another day to try. Okay? So thank you for joining us. I don't know if there are any questions that anyone might have that they would like to ask. Hi, Donna. Nice to have you on. Glad that you could join us. And Yolanda, glad that you appreciated me mentioning Prime Minister Modi and his work. And I'm glad that you all are enjoying this. This is really, this is just our love. It's our love to be in service. That much we know. Okay, Portia, Om Shanti. Good evening, my sweet sister. So sending you lots of love through the eyes. Just lots of love. In a second, you connect to God, you feel His love, and you allow His love to be shared with another. So Portia, exactly where you're sitting, Baba and I are sending you loving vibrations. Okay, lots of blessings to everyone. I'm working on my thoughts to heal my depleting eyesight. So Lakshmi, thank you for joining us. Praveen, thank you so much for joining us. Elisa, thank you. Naveen, Myrna, thank you. Naveen, Myrna, Nicole, so glad you've been joining us in the nighttime. We got to get you back on to do another session. Lois, how are you doing, Lois in Richmond? Glad that you could join us, sending you oceans of love. Sweet sister Aditi, Hina, Bimla, lots of blessings. Anju, Om Shanti, so glad that you could come on. Kushali, lots of blessings. And Nikhil Kumar, Om Shanti. Elaine Kariko, I hope I did that right, or Kuriko. I don't know if this is Oi, Om Shanti, long time no see. I hope you're well. Asmita, thanks for being so committed and being a daily watcher of the spiritual vaccine. You must be getting such good vaccinations that when you come out of COVID, you're going to be brand new, Asmita. Jennifer Scotland, blessings to you, my sweet sister. Love your love. L.A. Frost, don't know your name, but I'm sure it's a sweet name. Nita, I was so pleased to meet your family yesterday. What a beautiful family you have. Unlimited blessings to them. Just so much vibrations of love. And when anyone sends you love from the heart, especially if they've lived a pure and peaceful life, you better believe it happens. So Sister Shobha, Om Shanti, we're missing you here at Baba's house. And my dancing partner, Betty Brown. Tina, you love the meditation. Even Nikki loved the meditation. Nikki, you're the future, you know. You're our teenage troubadours. You're the ones that are going to get all the old people and get their acts together, because you are the future. Nikki, so brilliant, so way ahead of your time. You're such a powerful soul at such a young age. I can't wait to hear all the amazing things that are destined for you to do. You just stay focused and don't get distracted by anyone or there any silliness. It has nothing to do with your world. You are focused, you're clear, you're on a mission. And find those who are going to support you. That's all that matters. Don't get caught up in anyone else. Remember, I started my first business at 16. I didn't go with where everybody else was going. Nope. I wanted to retire early, still trying to retire. But the point is, just stay focused, Nikki. I have a lot of hope in you, all right? Please. All right, so lots of love to everyone. Wendy Cummins, thank you for joining us. Unlimited peace and love and vibrations your way. Kailash, may you continue to send your healing vibrations as a double doctor. Doctor of the body, doctor of the soul. Keep sending your good wishes to all your friends. And Geeta from Bangalore. Oh, Om Shanti, aap kaise hai? Nice to have you on. Tell all your friends in Bangalore to take their spiritual vaccine so they can be much better. Mercedes, look at you. Mercedes, you're going to have to call me and Sister Geeta and we can catch up on each other. I'm sure Betty Brown told you. Mercedes, such good memories. You're still in Peru, I'm sure. So I know you're well, and I know you're focused, and I know that you're taking in God's light and manifesting peace and purity wherever you go. Just don't stop that. Look, we're all on this spiritual vaccine hour to become instruments to bring power and light to the world. Don't listen to anything else. Anyone with their negativity and all of that delusion, it's rampant. We've got to make this energy so powerful that nothing can influence us to think or be anything less than the most powerful people on the planet. Okay? All right, Vidhi. Simple affirmations have changed my thoughts and actions. Good, good. Keep it going. Keep it going. John V, thank you so much for yesterday. You and Rashmi, the way you helped out and our time sitting together was just beautiful. So lots of love and, just sending everybody peace and light. Please know that we are here for you. We will continue to be here for you. And keep this energy of God with you. I don't have any other answers for you. It's your vaccine for the soul. The world's not going to be the same, and everything that we've done won't be the same. Even if you try to do what you've always done, it'll feel like you're going back to an old relationship, but out of compulsion or pity. It just won't feel comfortable for you. So you've got to prepare your spirit for the new form of showing up in the world with values, integrity, nobility, determination, courage, truthfulness, strength of character. When more of us become like this, the teenagers that are around us will find hope and will find the courage and the resolves to do the right thing so that the world can continue and be sustained. All right. Thank you again for joining us. On behalf of our beautiful Sister Geeta and Brother Santosh and Antonia that does all the behind the scenes production, Brother David, we thank you. Have a wonderful night. Let's end tonight with love. Like we joined it with love, we'll end with love. And I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's conversation. I think Santosh might have put it up, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be special. Take care.
I feel it now. It's all around me. A silent voice I can't deny. A mother's arms, how they surround me. They sing the beauty of my life.
It will last forever. It will never fade away. Never cause me pain. This love, this love.
I close my eyes. It takes me over. A memory deep down in my soul. And safe from harm, to be beside you. A light will shine upon the world.
It will last forever. It will never fade away. Never cause me pain. This love, this love.
It will last forever. It will never fade away. Never cause me pain.